Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Well, I'm going to come up and I'm talking about, it's all about serving others. So, Nick, let's get started. I want to figure out who's here. Who in this crowd considers themselves somebody who's generous? Give me a little bit of a round of applause. Okay, we got a few of you. What about those of you who are a little bit crazy? A little off your rocker. Come on. There we go. I'm going to like this crowd. So what happens when you take those two things and you put them together? Well, you get what I think is the perfect mix. You get somebody who is insanely generous to others. What does that mean exactly? It's a lifestyle somebody lives. It's an attitude that they have. It's about always being eager, being ready to serve and help and give to other people. It's the difference between, I'm going to go take a walk through the woods and I'm going to take a walk to the top of a mountain. Why? It's just more fun. It's that big of a difference. So you might be thinking to yourself, why the hell should I think about this? Why would I want to give? Have you ever watched a little kid open a birthday present or a Christmas present, some sort of gift? That look on their face, wow, this is the best toy ever. Who knows? That's why you give, that joy that comes out of that kid's face. What about the selfish reason? You know, when you line up to hit a golf ball, you hit that perfect swing, it feels perfect, it feels good. That's another reason. That's why you give, because it feels good to do it. You can be a little selfish about it. So how do we serve others? One of the best ways and the easiest ways is to give financially. Duh. You won't have a whole lot of problems finding people that are willing to accept donations. You walk up to somebody and say, here's a 20, they're going to go, oh, cool, thanks. Those of you who are used to saving automatically, you can give money automatically. What a concept. Wow. I can just set us up and not have to think about it. Cool. But you can also give not just of your money, of your time. What? How does this work? Well, how many of you go to networking events here? But you go with the attitude, what am I going to get out of this event? Maybe you can go and give something to somebody as you're there. Or how about all summer long? What are those things we all huff and puff and try and get through 3 miles? Run a 5K. There's a ton of those for charitable groups. That's a great event to be able to give of your time and maybe a few gasping breaths. There are so many different opportunities all over your community to give. It could be something huge. It could be something simple as taking graffiti off of a fence. All sorts of ways that you can give your time. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that's terribly skilled. You could get up on somebody's roof and clean their gutters for them. Just make sure not to fall. It's not fun. A little bit. It doesn't take a whole lot of training. It doesn't take skills. But what do you do if you do have special trainings or skills? Maybe they're ninja skills, who knows? But if you have, let's say, an accounting background, you'd be the perfect treasurer for some sort of volunteer group. Wow, that's a match. Or how about you have a trade? You're good at building things. You're good at, let's say, putting shelves in a basement or installing a bathroom floor. Give those kinds of skills to places who don't want to have to hire somebody to do it. Another thing that you can do is sometimes just those little things. And no, guys, you don't put your coat on the ground to try and get a number. You do it because it's the right thing to do. It's that simple. Sometimes it's just opening the door for somebody. But since this is a PowerPoint, I figure you have to have a pie chart, right? So if you don't have a lot of money, don't give a lot. You don't have a lot of time, don't give a lot. Make sure you give or you serve others proportionately. Because you can't just try and overload yourself or it won't feel good. You could take something that's simple. The most generous couple I know, the husband, every time we go get a drink or a meal, no, it's on me. I'm buying, I insist. Or his wife, I insist, I'll cut your hair, don't worry about it. What? That's the most generous example. It's little stuff like that all the time. You can give of your money, your time, your skills. Sometimes it's just that little stuff. Maybe it's just smile like my pancake friend here. But we don't have to go out and change the entire world. We can take a 30,000-foot view look at this, and we don't have to change everything. Let's start here in our city with the people that we're closest to, our friends, our families, our communities. Why not start with the people we can affect? Take a look at this slide. Pick an organization and find a place to start. Thanks, everybody.
John Hayner, that was powerful.